Alright, I think that's up. Hey, Cam Miller, how's it going? You actually beat me in here. Hey everybody, welcome aboard. I'm really not going anywhere, for those of you that looked at the title. I spent about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours yesterday online with Niles, the gentleman that created Device Interface Manager, and he worked out a whole bunch of stuff, has a whole bunch of stuff working. The only issue that I have left now are my CDU screens. They flicker and flash. So that has to be worked out. I don't know if they're even going to come on now. I might have them turned down. So, yeah, as you can see. And then the captain's side doesn't even do anything. So I've got them turned down for now until I can figure that one out. But everything else in here should be good to go with Microsoft Flight Simulator. The aircraft's cold and dark. Like I said, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to cruise around Miami and then put down and then shut it all down. Make sure all the buttons, switches, and dials and all that are working the way that they should. Nothing's planned. I'll be flying by the seat of my pants. This is basically just to see if MS 2020 is good. And if all this is good, then next we're going to have to work on the stutters and flickers that may pop up here along the way. Right now I have MS 2020 running full blast. I've got it on ultra settings, and then I have the sliders up at 400 and 200. So I'm above ultra, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, with that said, we are cold and dark. Let's see if this is going to work. Alright, DC battery selected to bat. DC battery switches on guarded. Standby powers auto disconnect. Alternate flaps are off guarded. Fuel pump switches are off. Wipers are set to park. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. Landing gear is down. We've got 3 green, and we have 3 green on the aft overhead. That was another issue. They were going from down to off to down to off, and back and forth every time you start dim. Niles fixed that issue as well. It's working great now. Alright, landing gear's down. We've got 3 green there. We've got test on the weather radar. Let's reset the master caution. And let's run a fault in-op test and overheat fire test. Alright, very good. Ground power is available. We're going to go on ground power. Confirm with the AC selector, and we're looking pretty good there. We're going to get set for unconditioned air. And let's get the galley power on, and we'll align our navs. Emergency exit lights are on. We're just going to cycle that trim air switch, and we will enter our position. I grab that from the GPS, stick it in there, and we're at KMIA. We're in Miami. Alright, so the flaps are up and showing up. Let's give them the position lights. Let me get some brake pressure in here. And let's set that brake. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people complaining about flickers and stutters. Some believe it has associated with sound. I'm really not sure. Oh, Mr. Odom's, yeah, here's the man himself, everybody. Mr. Odom, everybody say hi. He's the gentleman that created Device Interface Manager, and he's the gentleman that has me up and running right here, right now. He spent quite a few hours with me online yesterday, getting this up and running. Be lazy with the gear level. Oh, with the, yeah, you know what? You don't even have to be lazy with the gear anymore. Niles, that fix that you put in there is working great. It is working great. Alright, let's start with the pre-flight. So, we'll test the leading edge devices. We've got them lit. Service at the phone is off. Reversers are extinguished. EEC switches are on guarded. Crew oxygen is 14. Passenger oxygen is normal guarded. Let's check our flight recorder. That's looking good. Mach speed, test 1 and 2. Alright, might be a little too early for stall warning. Yeah, we'll come back to that. We have 3 green on the landing gear. PSCU is out. Let's check our oxygen flow. Hey, 737 project, how's it going? I'm just basically running through a test of Device Interface Manager to see how well it's going to perform in 2020 again. I had a major issue with my profiles, but I got lucky. The very last set that I checked, was good enough to be converted, and then Niall spent a couple of hours with me yesterday going over a whole bunch of stuff, and the flight deck is back to being up and running, looking good so far. Only issue, like I said, are the CDU lights, but Niles knows about that. We were trying something with the dimmers on the CDUs themselves. I'll notice that my lights seem to be brighter in here than they are in X-Plane. Pretty cool. Alright, the lights are good. Alright, flight controls A and B are on-guarded, alternate flaps are off-guarded, spoilers A and B are on-guarded, yaw damper is on. VHF nav is normal, IRS is normal, FMC is normal, source selectors, auto, control panels normal. By the way, I went through all these switches and dials and checked them with the 3D panel. So, cross-feed check. Alright, that's looking good. Our AC/DC panel is fine. Equipment, cooling, supply, and exhaust is normal. Emergency exit lights are on. No smoke and seatbelt signs on. And we'll put on the window heat. And let's run the overheat test. TAT test. That indicator should extinguish. Should go bright a little bit. We should get a little temperature bump, and then that should extinguish. But alright, wing and engine, any ISO off. Oh, we can kill that hydraulic pump. Electric 2 and 1 are now off. We could get the front entranceway open here. Let's come into the menu. Doors open. As you can see, the gate doesn't reach where we're parked here, but alright, 3 entranceways are open. Test on the flight data recorder. Pressurization is going to be zeroed out, being in with the gate with the door open. And temperature back there is just fine. Let's reset the master caution. We'll do a overheat test. Wing body, AC master, very good. And we are set for unconditioned air here. We'll go to 5,000 this ride. Not even really going to need that. And we'll check our outflow valve. And that's looking pretty good. We're going to use the left igniter this ride. And we have the position lights out there. A little nasty out there, but we give them the logo lights too. So at this point we would do ATIS clearance and then program the flight management computer, but we're not going to do any of that. I'm just running through a test to make sure all this is working.
We are at 170 speed, United 828.
No sim building. Hey, Roken Zone, how's it going? Yeah, 2020 is back. We're having a look right now. I did a quick test last night, real quick, because it was late by the time family left. So, but this is really my first good look at this. So far, we're looking pretty good. All right, ATIS clearance. Let's program the flight manager. We'll put some data in here, real quick. Let me have you. Let me have. Give me that. Give me. I want the index. Where's my index? There's the index. Miami. Miami. We're going to come back to Miami. Alright, we don't have a flight plan for this ride. Departure. What are we going to use here? Zoom in on these maps. Take a look at this real quick. Pick the shortest route. Airports. I want Miami. Where's Miami? There you are. Taxi. You. Alright. And yeah, we could take 27 or 30 actually. So we'll take 27. I'll tune. On the way back, we'll do. I bet we'll do 30 on the way back. Take a look at that real quick. See how wacky that is. Alright, we can get a rat tune. We'll go to ferry. Ferry, and then we're back around. This is a nice, quick little hop. Just to do some testing. And let me have you. And that looks good. Alright, let's just, whatever weight we have. How much we have enough fuel? Oh, we got plenty of fuel. Alright, let's get that in there. And that's going to be 138.3 reserve. We'll make it 2. Course index 18. We're only going to 5,000. This is just a test. We're not worried about winds. We're not going to derate. CG is 24.9. Flaps 5. I'm not worried about a slope or winds. That's going to be a $155. Let's just crank you guys up. And I'm not really worried about any descent information right here. Let me have progress there. And let's bring up, make sure these radios are working. That's it, 0. Decision height is going to be a deuce. See, I got to take a look at X-plane now, because I thought that this pot was bad for setting the biro in X-plane because it just kept jumping between 2 numbers, and I had that issue when Duncan made some changes to the vertical speed, jumping in 50 increments. So I think my EFIS panel might be a little screwed up. If not, then this pot basically just healed itself because it's working perfect right now. So I may not have a bad pot in here, which means that I'm good all around. So decision height here I said was what? 200? So yeah, it's working great now. So I think it might be a scripting thing going on in X-plane. So that's good news. Because I was getting ready to take this apart to see if I was going to take it apart again or hopefully ship it out to have it looked at. Oh, hey, morning. How's it going? We're just getting ready to do some testing in 2020. All right, so that looks pretty good. All that weight and stuff is good. Let's get 272 on here. I don't know what kind of stutters we're going to get because I got this thing running full blast, so I got it above ultra. See just how much we can push. But the real test is going on right now. 1095 with device interface manager, and so far we're looking pretty good here. All right, that's good. We'll squawk 1200. All right, so that's good. What do we have here? All right, so we know the radios are working. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. That, did I run that test? Okay. That's good. And let's run that test. I'll take terrain, position, data, airport. And I don't need station. That's already set. Our initial heading is going to be 272. And we're only going to 5. And we'll be checking the auto flight system as well. You can have weather, station, airport data, and position. All right, that's all looking pretty good. Nose wheel steering is normal. Got it. Let's check out displays here. Let me have you. Why am I not getting that here? Alright. Interesting. That doesn't pop there. Alright, I get that there though. Alright, the lowers work. Alright, auto flight. 1 and 2, that looks good. All right, artificial horizon is level, 0 on the ground speed, 45 on the speed tape. V1 is 146, we got 155 on the engine out, heading is 272, decision height of 200, and the pressure is 2992. We're cleared up to 5. I got terrain on the nav display, and our standby gauges match that. All right, N1 is auto, speed reference auto, rejected, takeoff is set, and our fuel flow has been reset. That's all looking good. That's looking pretty good. The bottles. All right, we already ran that test. This test was already done. Let's run our ground proximity. And let's see, make sure that's working. Yep. And 2, that's good. That test is done. That's looking good. Let's get the APU up and running. We have fuel in the center tank this ride. So far, so good. We're just about up to engine start from cold and dark. And device interface managers perform beautifully. So this is looking real good. Finland, how's it going, man? Welcome back, brother. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good one. Hey, Zach. How are you? We're waiting on the APU now. Matter of fact, let's get these doors buttoned up, get ready to get out of here. I'm going to back out on my own power, like I always do in 2020. I don't like the pushback that is in MS 2020. I've been ruined by X-Plane. Let's check those ground services, too. Alright, APU is up. Let's get on APU power. And we can say that's been a minute, and we'll get on APU bleed as well. Let's get disconnected from the gate now. Remove those chocks. Alright, now let's see if we can get these engines running. So, let's get the packs off. Anti-collision lights coming on, and we're going to start number 2. I'm not going to hold that out. My shoulder's been killing me. So, but normally you would. But if we get a hot start, I could always just grab it and slap it down if I have to. We're not going to damage a real engine anyway. Right? Alright, let me have you so we can taxi on out of here. So like I said, the only issue so far is just with the lights. And I already typed out a message to Niles about it. He's pretty much looked like he was like, yeah, he figured it. So he knew that was probably going to pop up. So, but everything else is working beautifully. Beautifully. Alright, number 2 is stable. That's locked. Gen 2. That's working. Off. Whoa. And we're going to start number 1. I don't think I could have asked for a better start here. With the first run of DIM, really. Since doing a lot of work. And I think Niles spent about 4, 5, 6 hours with me yesterday online. He was up pretty late. I mean, he's on the other side of the world from me. I'm in Boca, he's in Germany, so. My dinner was a little cold yesterday, though, but I told the family start eating without me till I get done. This was more important than dinner. Not family, dinner. All right, that's stable. That's locked. Gen 2. Check it. You're off, and we got a clean board. Absolutely outstanding. All right, let's back out on our own. You know what? Let's get rid of that gate, even though the gate didn't make it to the aircraft. I might not be able to do that until I do that. Do that. Do that. Maybe. Alright, and get rid of it now. I'm surprised it's not pulling away. Oh, there we go. And we could dump that. You got 2 hours of sleep? Oh, man, I'm sorry. I feel bad, man. Oh, thanks, Zach. I appreciate that. Oh, Miami Beach. Yeah, I'm in Boca. All right, let's get rid of the brake. Let's back out of here on our own power here. See if it's going to let us out. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Let me get rid of this front screen. That front screen usually causes flickers if I use Microsoft front screen. See, if I come in here, their front main screen where I can change the time of day, weather, and all that stuff. If I use this front screen as my front screen, I get flickers. I actually had to create another front screen using their experimental section there, and it allows me to make another front screen. So now, why didn't it move? It just popped on top of it. Oh yeah, I might lose my, I think I might lose my displays here because I didn't set it up that way, did I? No, you didn't. Alright, let me show you how I set up my displays. It's actually pretty easy. I'm on the right screen now. I'll be right back. I just have to get in here. Actually, I could probably do it right from here. We have that. Be the pop-out panel manager. This thing is a godsend. This pop-out panel manager, man, the guy that designed that. Easy peasy. This is a great program. Alright, we can shut you down now. Let me have, I gotta bring that up. I'll get my lighting back there. And we can go back out the front now. Alright. That should be a little bit better now. Alright, let's try this. See if we get any flickers. And like I said, I'm running above Ultra, so I'm expecting we're going to get some. We got some pretty decent clouds out there as well. But I want to see how much we can push. Yeah, you can see the flickers going on there. Let's swing the other way. Alright, let's stop here. Let me have you. Give me the taxi. TA, auto, and auto. Alright, let's just go. Right now, I'm not too concerned with the flickers because I got everything massively set up here. I've got the graphics full blast and then some. So, but main thing is all this is working. That's huge. But it's the same flickers it looks like they're talking about. They just come, they're like steady. They stutter, stop, stutter, stop, stutter, stop. Same thing like the other individuals were talking about here. Someone said it may be associated with the sound, but I don't know.
Boeing 180, descend to 9000, area 110.
Right to 200, right to 1 o'clock.
We'll take this down to the end and we'll take 27 out.
Descend maintain 6000, area 110.
Alright, what did I put us out at? 27. Twitch and stream at on YouTube? No, that I haven't thought about. Doing both at the same time? No, that. I'm lucky I'm able to get all this going. It just seems like they're repeatable. It doesn't seem like it's being influenced by what's around it. It's just like it flickers, stops, flickers, stops, flickers, stops. And these settings in the past have run like butter. So, gotta love those mandatory updates from these people. Get my sim running just the way I want, all of a sudden it's time for another update. Alright, let's go. Alright, give me 40%. Toga. Throw set. Airspeed's active. Yeah, looks like I just got to get rid of these flickers and stutters and we're good. We'll see on the shutdown and securing the aircraft on the back end, but this looks pretty good. I may have to do a little work on the rudder though. Shoulder's killing me. Gear up. Alright, let's see the auto flight take it now. So far, so good. Just got to work on the flickers. That's not bad. On Twitch, yeah, you think so? I'd have to get my wife to help me set it up. She's the brainiac with all that stuff. Alright, give me one on the flaps. And flaps up. And let's just get you cleaned up, get ready to come on back in. So, the only thing that we're looking at are the CDU lights. That's it. Everything else has been great so far. So, get rid of these flickers and we're good. Although my flight illusion gauges don't work in 2020. So, I'm sure it doesn't help that they're out of business now either. So, but they do work in X-Plane. All right, level out and 250 knots. Beautiful. Very nice. Get rid of these flickers and we're in good shape. I'll do that after this run. I want to shut it down cold and dark on the back end, make sure all this is good from beginning to end. And if it's going to run fine, the way I set this up real quick, it's going to run any flight that I grab from FlightAware that they've run in the real world. So this is looking real good. Oh, a lot of home flight decks flyers on Twitch. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, just like I got to get rid of these flickers and we're good. Back in business. Thanks, Niles. You're the man. Let's get some air conditioning in here. Getting warm. Lossless scaling? No, my understanding is that it doesn't work on the experimental screens. Alright, she's doing exactly what I'm telling her to do. Let's drop down to 3,000 now. How about we do that manually? I like that. My altitude intervention button works now. Haha. Drag required, that's erroneous. Yeah, I'm liking this. I just got to get rid of some flickers, man, and we are golden. I'll have the best in the daytime and the best at nighttime. 2020 during the day and X-plane at night, man. Doesn't get any better than that. Well, unless you're in a multi-million-dollar simulator. This is just in my garage, so doesn't get any better than that for me, that's for sure. Look at this. Even when I'm doing a test, I'm hitting a headwind. 7 knots. All right, from Ferry, we're going to head on over to Sean. Sean down to 3,000, and then we'll head on in and we'll shut it down and make sure this is all good. If it is, then I think maybe the rest of the day I'll work on trying to get rid of these flickers. Matter of fact, I got to take a look at... I wonder if this will run while I'm still doing this. Take a look at NVIDIA Inspector. See if my DLSS settings are still in there. That won't take long. Yep, that's still set. So it ain't coming from that. Let me try one other thing here. That'll stop it though. I'm gonna need you. Let's take a look at. I'm gonna bring you up now. Yeah, you can see the settings here. It's set on quality, and that's at 400. That's at 200. Everything is up on ultra high. Let's try at 50. Let me have you. And let me have window 2. Nope, I guess not. I guess not. Alright, I'll play around with that later. Just figured I'd give it a quick shot. Oh, I'd have to go take a look, because I already bought it once. I had it. So I will have to go take a look at version 4. But it's strange, because there are times I'll come in here and it'll be like butter. I'll come to the same place and it's like this, without any changes to any settings whatsoever. So it's really freaky. I think it has something to do with their servers and what they're pumping out. It's not on my end, because my connection to my internet provider is 0.17 milliseconds, and my up and download speeds are 95, 50 kbph, or PS, whatever the heck it is. So, it's not on my end. That does look nice though, minus the flickers. Man, X-Plane can't touch that. But at night, in my opinion, MS 2020 can't touch X-Plane. Not with reshade going. Pretty cool view though. Fort Lauderdale. Do get some scenery popping going on in the front though. Around the airport. What are we looking at there? We're about 35 miles out of Miami, and then we'll shut it down, and I think we're looking pretty good here as far as the hardware is concerned and the interface. And it's strange, not only did device interface manager profiles get screwed up, FSUIPC7 got screwed up as well. Everything was shown in the INI file, just the way we had them set up. And yet when I brought up MS 2020, nothing worked. I had to run through everything all over again to put them back in again. Very weird. Very, very weird. Alright, how about we slow down here? Let's slow to 180. What are we coming in at here? 156. 111.7. And 304. Flaps 1. Yeah, you're in Miami, Zach, right? Hey, Paul, how's it going? You snuck in here. I'm doing pretty good, Paul. Hope you're having a good one. I'm getting my initial test in MS 2020 done today, since putting everything back together again with the help of Niles. Give me 5 on the flaps. And 5 puts it at 180. Very good. Man, I think I'm in the home stretch. Get rid of these flickers and I'm good. Then it's time to start getting some day rides in here. Give me 10. Water looks rather nice. Got the wind pushing it in various directions. Gives it a nice view. Although I do get that little bit of weirdness in the water now. That seems to be back. So I get that whole big bunch of sparkle and then it goes away. And then it comes back and then it goes away again. Only at the bottom part of the section. The top half looks fine. It doesn't change at all. It's like there's a ring right here around the aircraft. Alright, since this is probably going to be the only ride I'm getting in today, before doing more work on this, we're going to come in nice and slow and enjoy it. Then I got to grab a snack or something to eat. Give me 15. And yeah. Shoulder's killing me. I'm getting ready to go for... Let's slow all the way up. Alright, what are we coming in at? Alright. And that should be 54, actually. They take into that consideration a 56. Very good. Go right to 30. Alright. And these profiles, the latest set, I've got like 5 sets backed up. I got the original here, a backup on the desktop, I got a backup in the D drive, a backup on the NAS drive, a backup on another computer, and I got a backup on the cloud. Not taking any chances with these profiles. Paul Niles is the gentleman that created the device interface manager. That's Mr. Odom. He dropped in here a little bit earlier. Looks nice when it's not flickering. So I get rid of that. This is going to be great. Oh, we got aircraft coming in the opposite direction. We're coming in against the wind, but I'm not going to change it now. I just wanted to do a test. I can see the lights from the aircraft as they're coming in. You might be able to pick it up once we make this turn, if they don't get on the ground beforehand. See, now the water here looks great. And the flickering or that flashing kind of is just about gone here on the left-hand side. And we've got lights, engine start selectors, auto brake, speed brake, landing gear, flaps, and they have been notified. So the auto flight, everything's working great. One issue, just the lights on CDUs, that's it. So everything else has been great. And we're going to shut it down to cold and dark on the back end just to confirm everything is good. Let's head in right now. We'll cut it a little short here. Don't need to look at water. Yeah, minus the flickers, the water looks pretty good. And I've tried with and without a shader cache, or whatever cache they set up in there. 200 gigabytes I set up, just to give it plenty. So I don't think that makes any difference whatsoever. nice. It's got that greenish tint to it. Water looks good. All right, my bird. I've got control. You can go back to 3.
Descending 1000 by command. Clear the right board reset to landing on
They have a little bit too much contrast, maybe. They got to do a little work to the rudder. That's a great view, man. Oh. So we got some flicker and stutter work to do, but I'm running this thing full blast, so I got a little bit of play here. Would be nice to be able to run it full blast, but I don't think that's going to be happening, especially in weather. Pay attention, get back on track here, Louis. Yeah, you can see the scenery just pop in. All right, so all we got to do now is just shut it down. She shuts down, all right. This is done as far as the interface is concerned. Get rid of these flickers and we can get a lot of flying in next, man. Oh yeah. Looking forward to it. And I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for a couple of generous individuals that put out some amazing freeware. Duncan and Niles, man. Continue. Oh, easy. Get over, baby. Get over, get over, get over. Get over, baby. Get over. You can't crash this ride. You got to check the back end. Get on those brakes. All right. Not bad. You can go back to TA. You can go back to standby. All right. Flightdeck has taken a huge step forward yesterday. Thank you, Niles. You the man. All right, let's go shut this puppy down. Yeah, we got to get rid of those flickers. Flickers got to go. All right. Let's have a peek on the way in. Exterior lights as needed. We are good. Oh, let's get the APU up and running. We got to check that as well. APU, yeah, we're getting that up right now. Your dampers off. Window heat switches are off. Propane switches A and B are off. Engine and wing anti-ice are off. Engine start selectors as needed. They are off. You can come on now. Auto brake selector is off. Speed brake is off. Transponders, TA, auto, weather radar are set to test. All right, we're looking pretty good. Pick a gate, any gate. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little peek. Sorry about the flickers, but I'm really not looking about that just yet. The main test is almost concluded, and it has been an amazing success. 99.9%. If it wasn't for the two CDU buttons, it would be perfect. All right, we're up. That's looking good. Let's just switch on over. And we can actually kill number 2. There you go. Number 2 shut down. Beautiful. And it don't get much better than, well, minus the flickers, and that's it. It don't get better than that. There's electric. Up next should be hydraulics. And we're just about heading back to the same gate we left out of.
maintain 1 knot kilo.
Now I know that gate's available right there, so we're going to grab that one. Oh, I think our old gate is available still anyway. Either way. All right. Not bad. Come on, baby. Get us in. Yeah, we'll pull up right here. And it's nice. The gates don't disappear between monitors. Huge plus between 2020 and X-Plane. They've been broken X-Plane since X-Plane 10, X-Plane 11, and they're still broken X-Plane 12. And hydraulics, yes, very good. Yeah, we'll pull in right here. I think the only thing I'd be missing from here, once I get this all good to go, would be better pushback. If this had better pushback, this would be amazing. All right. Shut it down, anti-collision, let them run around. Now, let's bring up the menu. FS Actions. Let's get to, well, we're not going to do the doors just yet. Let's wait till the gate gets there. Set the chocks. Give me ground power. Request the gate. And we can open up the doors. Alright, chocks are in position. We can lose the park and brake. Ground power is available. We get on ground. Confirm. We'll get set for unconditioned air here. And yeah, that looks pretty good. Yes. Alright, we don't need the APU. Don't need fuel anymore. And we don't need the galley power. Don't need fuel pumps. I mean the hydraulic pumps. Let's take a look. Electrical power, APU or ground. We're on ground right now. We're set for unconditioned air. The APU is bleed switch is off. Left and right packs to auto. The isolation valve is open. Fuel levers are set to cut off. Anti-collision light is off. Passenger signs are off. Fuel pump switches are off. Electrical panel check set. Galley power is off. Window heat switches are off. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. Exterior lights as needed. We have position lights. Flight director switches are off. Chocks in position and the parking brake is off. So let's just shut it down completely, and that looks like it's a wrap. That looks great. All right, so IRS select is off. Emergency exit lights are off. Exterior lights are off. And we're going back to, and the bleed air panel is set. Engine start select is going back to both. APU or ground, we're going to disconnect the ground power. And we just have the DC side up, which is the way it should be. Perfect. Matter of fact, this CDU, oh, it still works? I thought it wouldn't work anymore. All right, I guess not. On startup, it doesn't. Interesting. Does mine still work? Oh, yeah. On startup, that side doesn't work when I'm just on DC power. Interesting. That might be something Niles may want to take a look at. That's something that's programmed incorrectly. Let's see. Engine start select is APU, ground power is disconnected. All right. AC/DC select is to standby, and then battery switch is off. And that is a wrap. That is absolutely golden. Niles, man, you did a great job, man. This thing performed beautifully. And the only thing was like what you were thinking about was with the CDU screen. So, all right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that ride. I just wanted to run through everything, make sure we're all good here with the flight deck, which we are, from cold and dark to securing on the back end, which is pretty cool. I just got to work out some stutters to see what I can and can't push out of here, and see what may be going on here with some sound or some video issues that they were talking about with drivers. So if I can't work that out that way, then we'll start reducing stuff. We'll go back to Ultra, and we'll take it from there. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this run. And we'll be back with MS 2020 and X-Plane starting tomorrow, I guess. All right, everybody. I'll catch you on my next run. Take care.